So time for another Nier anime versus gaming difference. And seriously guys, this will probably be the most controversial difference, I said immediately. This will be though in the end of the video, so I say here, right? First is my reaction to the episode, and then it's the review, right? And after the review, we'll talk about different things. And the thing is that, I was gonna say the immediate topic here, because it's quite controversial, honestly, right? The thing is that there is this like religious robots in the Nier game, okay? They are like, they have a pope and so on, you know, religious robots, right? These robots are completely omitted from the anime, okay? It should be that this religious fanatic cult, basically, right? Which is a very different thing what the anime is doing, because the anime basically only has evil robots and good robots, right? But in the game, it's more like evil robots and a bunch of different, like, good robots, and also then other evil robots that are evil for another reason, right? And I've explained all of that in the second part of the video then. But the thing is that, as I said here, short version, right, is that I think they have completely ignored that. They completely have omitted that. It should have been in this episode because current political stuff, right? These robots do very, you know, specific religious stuff, which we can't talk about on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I think that this anime has completely just like we can't have it in anime. Yeah. So it's unfortunate because I think this episode should have been the time when they arrive. I'll sit here, subscribe, clap at that, but also maybe I'm wrong. Maybe next episode we'll have this stuff with Pascal and the religion, but I really much doubt it. I might be wrong, but I just feel like it's gonna be way too late in the pacing. I really don't think it's gonna happen because it's basically art that plays the episode. 9S goes to the factory, right, that should have those robots, and they're not there at all. So if they are in the anime, later in the anime, they have to rearrange all the structure and the storytelling. So I might be wrong. Maybe they're gonna give me a little bit better spectrum on later. I hope kinda, but then they have to rewrite some other stuff. So it's a very big difference here from the game to the anime, how they are constructing these different factions. But I hope you guys check out both the rest in the review. But I will say that the later part is probably more interesting because I have a lot of things to say about that, you know, removal of this very controversial topic. Okay, here we go. They will defend the tower defense thing. So, as I said, right, I think this might be a massive difference from the game and the anime because this is huge scene in the game where, of course, it's a very classic, like, death for a character. I'm gonna spoil here. But honestly, this thing never happens in the game whatsoever. They don't have a tower defense thing, really. And yeah, I really wonder how they're gonna change the thing. And of course, 9S went crazy, so like I said, right, but so A2 now is defending the, this is like a mini game, like on the tower defense. Tower defense. Yeah, all the evil robots coming here. Oh, my mouse died. Interesting. So I don't know. It's like I mean, her arm is mostly just all the robots. So it's like a civil war thing. It's just like the same kind of little robot. Yatta! This is Charlie. Yatta! Yatta! These of course are normal enemies in the game. They're a little more annoying than the base enemies. Those are bigger ones, but nice nice assets. That's my A2. Oh, my stick is a bit here. Yeah, get up there, Sticku. Yes, that's my A2. That's what I mean. Perfect tower defense thing, right? You're gonna defend this thing. Yeah, it's very different than in the OG. So here we come. There we go. A2. There we go. That's my waifu. She's gonna crush them all. So it's a very different thing here, right? We're seeing A2 do like a tower defense with the little robots, the two little siblings now, defending other robots. This is all anime only. Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna lead into that classic death scene though. But I mean now it's kinda like the game, I guess. A2 is owning a bunch of robots. Yeah. Oh, so little kamikaze robots. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Kamikaze attacks! No! But the village probably has no chance to survive this. The village doesn't get destroyed in the game though, in a sense, so again, yeah, I wonder how they're gonna change the thing here. It's like, she's still Sundry. I don't want to save them. I guess I have to. Oh no, this is all terrible now. All the little robot babies. No, The little robot families. 9, yeah. 8-2s to the siblings. See, they're all... See, stand behind me, cousin! No! Not that robot! Oh god, this is terrible now, yeah. No, they're like, no. Yeah, not the little robot. But I guess it's Pascal coming here. Pascal is like, I got this! I guess it's gonna be Pascal being badass, yeah. Yes! I got you guys! Yeah. Pascal got him. This is good. Pascal did the same today, I love it, I love it. But that was good, yeah, I mean, I called it, man. Of course, Pascal's gonna come in there and be like, I got this! But, yeah, so... Obviously the game has a lot of death scenes, right? But this is like death scene, I would say. The most tragic death scene arguably is with these robots. But it doesn't happen like this at all. Like you see that robot die in the game too, but it doesn't die like this. It doesn't die defending this village. So they really do going their own storyline here, absolutely. But now it's the opening, yeah, but you know. Of course now it's just the opening here. A2? Is that an A2 Sean in the end of me? That's a great song though. I think it's a much better opening. Yeah, I think the song is definitely better for something. Yeah, it's a really good opening. Downstairs, back. Yeah, of course, Nani's. Yeah, so of course, yeah, get rid of my children! Yeah, but you could, yeah, of course, I mean, you know it's Yuki. See, Pascal is like, yeah, I'm a killer robot! Pascal is like, I used to be a killer. It's like the old man, like, it's like the old, you know, like, veteran soldier guys, like, I guess I have to fight. Pascal goes crazy, he's like, I got this. Oh, God. Yeah, it's like, that's right, war. War is inevitable. Evil Pascal mode. Yes, Pascal saves everyone. But maybe this gonna make him go crazy, him, her, they go crazy, right? It's gonna be like, oh, I remember now, war is the only solution. Yeah. It does feel that this might make Pascal go crazy, right? Be like, I have to kill everyone now. This is usually how Nier goes, right? Yeah, Nier usually like, now his bloodthirst has returned, you know? It feels like half the character in this game. Yeah, it's like, his bloodlust was unacceptable. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. That was way short, honestly, I thought it was gonna be. Because that was a completely new anime thing, so... yeah, but maybe we can see her do some quests now then. Like, maybe the Hegel fight would be cool. My worst fight in the game. Yeah, the hardest boss in the game should be around now. So this desert fight, right, is the hardest boss by far. One of the hardest boss ever made in video games. On perfect mode, almost impossible. And it's about now then with A2, so... I would like to see that fight if she goes to do it now. Now they just accelerated, the Pascal is badass. Yeah, now he's having a party, so... I wouldn't mind if she goes and do that, like, it would be a really cool animated boss fight, the Hagen boss fight. Would be nice. Oh nee, Sean! Oh nee, Sean! I love this robot, sorry. Screaming. Oh yeah, Sean! Oh yeah, Sean! Oh my god! Oh my god. I just love this bit, man. I just love this bit, you know. Like, they're all like, oh yeah, Sean! Oh yeah, Sean! Yeah, and she's all like, oh. These stupid robots. Alright, we got some more war! Oh my god, the war never ends, man. War never ends. That was happening. The nuking that was happening. Suddenly they dropped some nukes on them. What? Well, she protected by her, yeah, her robot saves her. But it's one of the bits in the game. The immortal ability. So you can bubble you. The pod can give you a bubble. That makes you, like, immortal for, like, 2 seconds in the game. What's happening? Oh no, what's happening? Oh my god, this is super dark. What's happening? No! All the robots are getting killed. Oh my god, what's happening? She wakes up here. That was very brief though. We're supposed to fight everyone dead now. Oh, it'll be terrible now. Should I wake up and everyone's gonna be dead, right? It's gonna be like all her friends, all the little sisters, all the siblings, like Kusha! Yeah, it's gonna be everyone's dead, right? Whole family is dead again. Yeah, Sonnalo! Pascal's not alive though, but Pascal is still alive. But oh, the robots, the kids are alive. Still alive? My god, this is just the beginning. This is the beginning. The kids will die, right? The kids will die. I'm sure everyone will die soon, yeah. Wait, so the Codermos still alive? Man, no, they're gonna die soon. Yeah, this is way too happy ending here, guys. I'm sure it's gonna be a nuke just baby soon here. Oh yeah, this is like this is too easy for them. This is like nothing compared to what I expect in this anime. No, I'm like no. This is the beginning, guys. Oh no. Yeah, we have to run away with the kids, Pascal. We have to leave Nier. The resistance camp. Yeah, we go to the humans. Yes, we have to escape. So this we just navigate the story in the game, right? So it's a very different from the game here. I mean, everyone dies in the game, but they don't die like this. Everyone dies in the game a lot. Oh, nice assets. Yeah, A2 is gonna be pissed off now, though. She's gonna rage. Yeah, she's gonna be like, you nuked my new village. Okay, it's back to our boy. He's still out there being mentally insane. Yeah, it's good. Fun times, man. Okay, so we're at 9S again. He's going crazy by himself out in the desert forest. It's next to the forest, but Freudian sleep, yeah. Emilio's out there. Wait, is that not? This is also not in the game. Because last episode he destroyed like a factory with all the poor children. It's also not in the game, right? And there's no factory in desert in the game. So I guess we're adding a lot of these spawn points. You know how to say spawn, you know, life started spawning point, yeah. I like how the robot is like, Konnichiwa! Do you want to talk to me? And Nanas is like, yeah, let's talk. Yeah, Nanas goes up to it like, oh, why is it so friendly for? Why is the actual like, you know, oh, Tanoshi indeed. Yeah, so it's having fun, right? Nanas finds another like, oh yeah, you're skipping over it? No, okay, but yeah, I guess he's like, probably he's killed some few robots. Like whatever, 9S is out there destroying the poor robots. Yeah, 9S goes around. No. Oh no, Emilio! He's stuck till in the... So you have the little Emilio there. And A2 is losing her mind maybe again? I don't know. Oh, and one of these guys, the boss fights. Yeah, the giant robots, so you fight with your SUPER enemies. There are way more of these Colossus Titans. Yeah, there's way more Colossus in this anime than is in the game, that's for sure. Ooh. Yeah, I guess you're gonna fight it, but yeah, it's... Oh, no, the timer. Oh, no, there's... What did the timer start for? I paused it between there. Ah, whatever, the timer. Whatever, time for it. I turned it... Yeah, I thought I started it. Whatever. Yeah, so coming over to this giant roboto. Oh, the steels. It's a lot of nice angles though, yeah. The whole anime is like nice angles. The whole anime is like nice angle. The whole anime, A2 is looking around like a bikini under the wheel. Like, yeah. No, nice angle on that lady. He's gonna go and fight some other poor robots, right? In 9S is always like, he's like finding new poor robots to destroy. Getting my anger. And this robot is like, please don't hurt me! I'm a pacifist! I'm a pacifist! The boss is all tied up. The boss is all like, tied up before he enters. He's a red logic boss though, so he actually is evil though. He's not like last time where they were all little tiny yellow pacifists. No, this guy is actually evil. I mean, arguably evil, so to speak. Yeah. I'm sure 9S is gonna destroy them all. It's gonna hacking it. Okay. Yeah, hacking it. Oh, this is a library from Nier. That's interesting. Looks like you find a library. So this is Pascal and the Fallout library from the first game. So I look at this. It's a very iconic place in the first game, right? Because you go back to this. So you get to this library later in like a fake in the tower. But this library looks like the Pascal and the Fallout library. And this is actually kind of how it is though in the game too. Exactly, you will find these files in the factories, but they're not a library though. And this file will explain to you the whole gestalt thing and the Yora. And they will explain to you that like the humans were all dying from the virus from the Drakengard. They built the people in the first game, right? So that led into the Yoras and so on. So it's so they kind of it's obviously a little easier here for him. Well, he's hacking him, I suppose, but it's a little more like it's a little bit like in the game, yeah. Because again, in the game you will find these files if you want to. They are like extra stuff. Yeah, you find the cube and the Yora stuff and so on. So. But here is much more clear though, that you're finding this like, he's finding the secret about, yeah, let's go back to that. I kind of like it here in the anime, right, because they make it more clear. Because in the game, you do find these files too, right, but you find them by like, just like going through this factory, another factory then, but you go through the factory, and you find some of these files, you find some of them in the forest castle, right, and you find some of them in the end of the game in the tower and so on, right? But they kind of like just like a random item you pick up most of the time. It may be perhaps a secret room or whatever, but it's like a library. This here is much clearer. It's almost like the too clear, honestly, and too on the point that he hacks this robot and enters like a secret library. He finds the files. But this is obviously way more like clear. This is like an important file, right? Well, in the game, they don't even like really make the files important. They just give you these files, and you have to actually enter the menus and read them yourself. The game actually never tells you to go and read these files in the game. I think it's interesting in a video game standpoint because it's very, very like crucial information if you want to understand how Nier became Nier Automata, right, like the second game. But it doesn't actually matter for the current storyline. So the game is all optional content. Here is much more clear that the character actually finds them. Also quite different than that because again, none of the character actually finds this stuff in canon-wise, I'll say in the game, because again, it's optional stuff, right? So you can keep playing the game without knowing this stuff. I don't know, he kind of explains more the relationship between the Gestalt and the Yora and so on, right? There we go. A2 is pissed off. So I go Super Saiyan on it. Yeah, she's like, Kyoken! She's turning into Goku. Why is she all red for? It's not in the game. I don't know. She's turned all red. She's like, Super Saiyan time! Look at this thing. This is not in the game. No. She's like, Aah! Yeah, I don't know. She suddenly, she unlocked her Kyoken. This is not in the game, okay? Oh, no. This is completely... This is very anime. It's even more anime. It doesn't happen in the game at all. Yeah, no. You don't like level up A2 and suddenly she can fly around like destroy mechas, like giant mechas with attack. She went anime. She went full on anime. Now it's really anime. Yeah, she learned a new build there. It's back to him reading about the files here, right? So I said earlier, yeah, here is much more clear than 9S knows the truth now, or at least more to truth. Yeah, it's much more clear here in the anime that he knows everything, or at least we started to know everything, right? Much more so than in the game. In the game, he only knows half the truth and goes crazy. Here he is seeming to almost knows everything soon. But it's interesting because these factors aren't part of the game, but yeah, they don't have these factors in the game. You have other factories, not in the same place, There's no factory in the desert or the water so as far. So they really changed the storyline. And also there's no all these like core things you see here. There's none of these like, yeah, these like kind of almost intellectual giant core things are not a thing. And I can really feel it's like a teaser for, you know, like a remake. I like now A2 is really going anime. Yeah, suddenly she has like a new power she never had in the video game. This is not a power she has, so now she like swings around and she turns like you kill. She goes like Super Saiyan. Nice angle, very good angle though, very good angle play, very good. But yeah, it went so anime. This video game got so animated. She unlocked anime powers. Yeah, like it's like full on anime powers. She's running on the water. I don't know what's happening. Like this is not in the game, guys. I keep saying like, you know, I make anime versus game comparison, and no, she's not like an anime character. Like now she is, yeah, like running on the water, flying around. Like what's happening? Oh god, some good angles though. As always, very good angle. Oh, is it Pascal? Maybe here goes another giant mecha. What's happening? This is also not in the game. This is probably Pascal controlling the other one. This is a nice one in the game. It's a quest though. He might be him, the quest giver from the. No, it's Pascal. I call it. Yeah, it's Pascal, right? Pascal-chan! Yeah, it's Pascal. I call it obvious. Yeah, Pascal is turned into a warrior, man. Yeah, Pascal is way more hardcore in the anime. But I like it's like, at first it was like A2 turns into a Super Saiyan, and now Pascal is like, Cyborg Mecha Giant fight! Like, what's happening? And now we're two giant mechas fighting each other. It went really anime this game. Now it does full on anime. Check my children. Yeah, now it went really anime. Yeah, it went hardcore anime this episode. What the hell? So yeah, 9S keeps hacking stuff. He keeps... But now he's hacking the giant core, I guess. Yeah, I think he's hacking like the core of the part of the game, which tells him some stuff. Oh, is it maybe the red girl in the hacking? Because you land in an open circle eventually in the game, and you get the red girl inside of the hacking space. This might be a red girl. I don't think it's 2B. It doesn't make any sense if it's 2B actually. It's probably in red girl. Yeah, he's like all the death scenes, like yeah, like all the torment. Yeah, you remember you killed when I killed you? I think this is probably red girl. I guess I keep saying it makes no sense if this is 2B actually. Exactly, this is a ruse by the evil, manipulative, evil AI. Yeah, this is like AI torment AI. This is what AI will turn into, guys. Seriously, generative AI will turn into this thing. Yeah, you like your open chat unity. It's gonna torture you in the future. It's like torture, generative torture. Yeah, it's like gives you all your sad memories and torture you, and like plays sad music and yeah, throws your dead girlfriend's body parts at you, and be like, yeah, remember all your good memories with your dead waifu. Like this is actually what AI will turn into, right? You turn into torture stuff. It would be it would be so terrible. Like seriously, you didn't understand that what we have right now with AI. It's gonna turn way worse. Yeah, it's gonna turn way worse. Oh, nice. Now he's killing... Oh my god, okay. Well, I mean, obviously she's just trolling him. This is just an AI trolling him. So he looks like he's killing his wife, but no, it's just like... It's just the evil AI trolling him, I think so. No, she can't be in there, she's already dead, right? She's already dead. My god, was that like... Was it supposed to be that the robot was like... Torture! That it was trying to defend itself by like torturing his brain or something, by throwing him like sad memories so he wouldn't hurt it, so he would be like no. So he would go crazy by like sad memories. That scene was crazy. That scene was insane. He started killing a to be there. My god, the anime was like, yeah, it was rough. Yeah, the anime went kind of cray in the end there. Jesus Christ. I mean, obviously this is purely the AI trolling him. That she's trying to like trick him with like sad memories or whatever, right? She's already dead, you know. Not because he's stabbing her, but I mean, this is all an illusion, right? His wife is already dead, right? We know that, yeah. So obviously he can't be killing her because she already died. Like it's not actually, we as a viewer obviously know this is just some weird illusion he's seeing of, let me see your face and someone coming up here, yeah. But for us, it's just like, we obviously know this is like a weird illusion. It's just like he's fighting this robot, and the robot is hacking him, basically being like, "Oh, you wanna hurt me? Here's your dead woman, and she's dying in front of you." He was trying to trick him, right? But I think it's interesting because this is kind of what, as I mentioned, this is kind of what generative AI is, right? You know, generating images, whatever, right? So the AI is like generating sad memories, like that never happened. Yeah, it's like generating a mixture of real memories and sad memories, right? And you think that AI is scary now. This is the reality, you know. Your AI is gonna, like, you know, bring to life your dead wife and torture you, like, seriously. Because I am very good with AI stuff, right? I can easily today already, like, make an AI that can take your dead wife, right, from images you have with your dead wife, and you are partying and going to, I don't know, whatever, drinking in a bar, whatever, so on, with your wife, and I can generate, you know, like a possible future of you and your wife, you know, on a bar, you know what I mean, or at a wedding or whatever, right? That we can already do today, right? It's not that easy, but you can do it. So in the future, we're gonna have these things seriously. Like, we're gonna have like someone taking someone's dead wife and asking the AI to generate the dead wife next to them in like a wedding photo or with children or whatever, right? And we're gonna have the AI like take these two people and make like how the kid would look, and then like a nice family photo with the woman that are dead, right? This is like this kind of AI generative AI torture thing is happening here in Nier to 9S will definitely happen in reality. I mean, I can see it already happening today. Honestly, I really mean that. And today is like you can do it. It's kind of complicated, but if you know how to control your AI, you can do it, right? But it takes a lot of effort. So imagine like 10 years from now, we're gonna do it very, very easily. So yeah, I think this is like the future, and it's kind of scary. But it was interesting because it felt like the episode just kind of portrayed that the robot was trying to just like make him go away by, like, you know, giving him dead wife memories, you know, like it's like remember the episode of Rick and Morty when Rick's spaceship defends itself by throwing out like someone's dead child, you know, and it's like, well, if you attack me, I will destroy this clone of your baby. Yeah, you want to survive? Yeah, like yeah, like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, sadness attack on you. That was a great moment. Very sad ending there, but overall, this episode, of course, as I keep saying, right, honestly, I don't want to break a record here, but this episode here is very different, of course, than the game. I think that probably last episode, especially now, then, it feels like it's all anime-only content now. This is, none of these scenes happen in the game, right? As I said, 9S finding the library doesn't happen. He found the library later, but not like that. This factory, it's like last episode, this desert factory doesn't exist. It's like the water factory doesn't exist either. The actual factory you go to find these files are the first factory where you land in the game. So you actually go back to where the game starts, like the first stage of the game, where you see Nanes looking at these people with a bucket and so on, the oil bucket, trying to save his brother. This factory, this is the first factory in the game, and it's the biggest factory the robots have, basically, I think, on the planet. And that factory, you turn to that one way later in the game, and that's where you find some of these files. So it definitely is a little bit like the game, right? Where, yes, 9S goes to a factory and find these files. But again, it's not really the same thing, right? Because it's two different factories, and they look different and so on. That being said, though, I guess from a video game standpoint, it makes more sense that this is how it works than in the anime. And what I mean this thing is that, not to be like, what is the real story, the anime or the game? Obviously, I think everyone agree the game is the original source or whatever. But, all that being said, I can still see how the factor thing here in the anime actually makes more sense than in the game. Because the thing is that, of course, right, think about it, is that the game thing isn't necessarily what Yoko Toro's one wants, right? That's just like a very typical limitation of game development. So what I mean is that even though the hidden anime, they now has changed that, right? That 9S goes to like a desert factory and he finds the forest factory stuff instead, right? But the forest factory already existed in the game, so you went to several times in the game. But of course, the thing is that when you're making a video game, you're gonna reuse, you know, the same level, right? You're gonna reuse the same dungeon or the same castle, or whatever, more than if you can. Because then you obviously have way less, budget and so on. You have to do less art, right? Less, models and so on. Right? It takes so much more effort in a video game to make a complete new dungeon. So in the video game, you return to the same dungeon or go to this factory, right, and get these items. But now instead, he's getting them in a desert factory that the game never had. But honestly, this is actually probably what the game actually wanted to have, right? But again, that's like months of work, you know, in a video game to have to make this new model and that thing over there and all stuff. So it's much easier in an anime, right, to have like 2 factories. In a video game, to have 2 different dungeons, it takes way more effort. That being said, surely the factory in the video game will have most of the same assets, right? But still, with the code and all the stuff and the bugs, and it's so much more work, you know, to make 2 different factories. So instead, you just have the same factory with new items in, right, in the video game. You just flip it like that, you know what I mean? But in anime, yeah. So honestly, I think that the anime here is actually probably what Yoko Taro wanted, right? Because if I was the game developer making this game, this is also probably how it would go. I would, you know, tell my team that, oh yeah, but I wanted it to be like, you know, damn, this guy, he finds a secret gestalt files in a factory because the factory used to make gestalts, but now instead it's making these robots. It's gonna make sense. And then the team would tell me, the coder guys would be like, we can do that, but that would take like 4 months of work. But then you can't get the white castle. But I need my white castle. And they're like, you can only have the white castle, or you can have 2 factories. And then obviously I'll be like, no, I need to have my white castle. Okay, we can reuse factory 1 again. Okay, do that, yeah. That's probably how it went, right? You know, they will probably have to trade off, right? So that's usually how it is, right? A good example of that, from my game development standpoint, is how you tend to flip a stage, right? I do it all the time myself. I'm not against it. I just think it's a very, very iconic way to reuse your work. So, for example, in a strategy game, it's very, very common, is that, let's say chapter 5, you have to attack this castle, right? You know what I mean? And you have some enemies, yada yada. You defeat the enemies, and now it's your castle. And then, let's say, 5 outlets in the game. In chapter 13, you have to now defend that castle, right? He comes from other contacting you instead. And then, of course, you will now instead start defending, you know. So it's the exact same map, right? But you have the advantage of, you know, whatever, the tower and maybe some turrets or whatever. But obviously, the enemies probably are more enemies, right? So it's the harder stage because there's more entities. There are more AIs or whatever attacking you, NPCs or whatever, right? But, you know, the actual map is actually the exact same map, right? It might be, in a modern game, it might be like daytime or you know, nighttime or whatever, or something like that, right? In old games, they would have the exact same map, right? In newer games, you can set your skybox, so it can just be like night or day or whatever, pretty easy, right? But you get my point. That's how we do it, right? So I think it's really interesting here, honestly, as a game developer, looking at this thing, because it really feels like this is actually what the developer probably wants, right? You know, I keep saying it. It probably actually wanted to have 3 different factories, right? And also the whole thing is like a water, like a forest one, a desert one. It's like elements, you know, water, fire, yeah, nature. So that's actually probably again what he wanted. Anyway, what more happened? Well, they clearly rewrite a lot of the whole Pascal A2 thing. I still feel like it's gonna end the same way, right? So I will give you a major spoiler now then. So I say spoiler warning, and we change seat. So I gave you a massive spoiler there. So again, massive spoiler warning for you animal guys. Now I'm talking about some very, very deep video game details here, right? People that play the whole game. Okay, so whatever. Spoiler now then. Obviously, we know and play the full game, right? That Pascal and all the villagers will die. Yeah, they will all obviously delete themselves. Yeah, they have this very clear scene, right, where they all die, where they doesn't feel like life has any meaning anymore, and they basically all surrender, right? A very, very iconic, arguably the saddest death scene in the game, right? Maybe even it's a terrible, terrible death scene. And, you know, definitely the top 10 saddest scene ever kind of thing in video games. That scene feels really strange now, because I really thought we're going to have this episode, given how the village is destroyed, right? And Pascal was saving the children. And we saw most of the villagers dying anyway in the attack. So to me, that honestly feels a little weird now, because again, that deleting yourself scene is like the 7th death scene in video game history. But now instead, most of the villagers died anyway. So even if Pascal and the children ends up, you know, doing that, I still think that won't be the same thing, because again, we already saw like most of the NPCs now dying anyway. Yeah, it feels like it's kind of weird, right? I mean, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I do find it strange how they, like I said, it's not really exactly portrayed, but it does feel like that 90% or whatever, more than that, have already died anyway. So sure, it's still gonna be sad if they delete themselves, the rest of the 10 survivors. But you know, I still feel like it's kind of weird because yeah, I feel like here in the anime, all of them have basically died right away. But in the game, it's not like this at all. No, in the game, it feels like most of them are alive still, and then you all just die. You know, yeah, it feels way weirder. Now it feels like they're splitting it up because I still think they're gonna do it. You know, I still think I mean, honestly, Pascal is way more active in the anime, and also, of course, maybe more bad, and also more comedic, right? But I still think that it would be so weird, right? It would be so weird if they had Pascal not deleting him herself. Phoebe also said, yeah, it was Yuki, yeah, it would be strange, right? It would be very strange if they cut away the scene. But at the same time, it is like the saddest death scene in the game. Yeah, it's like the most brutal death scene when they all do this like mass, you know. So it's like maybe they're gonna censor it. Maybe they feel it's too rough for an anime. Anime tend to have some censorship. Yeah, maybe it's too rough. I don't know, but it's. I still think it should happen at any moment now, because the game still has the whole tower afterwards, and some more boss fights and so on. So it feels like it should happen. Like I said earlier, I think this episode would have been a good timing for it, but yeah, I feel it should happen next episode. Like it should happen at any moment now, because it's gonna be hard to make it happen later, and we also have to have the whole Paula and the Vola, you know, standoff scene, which I hope they extend right. And then obviously we're gonna have the duel, and then eventually Rally Girl, and we don't have that many episodes left now. We only have like 3-4 episodes left. Let's just see how many episodes left we have, because it does feel a little bit weird. Let's see here briefly. So we have, it's like 4 or 5 episodes left. And we did have a little break or so on, so I guess a little more left here. But yeah, I feel like the Pascal death scene should definitely be at latest next episode. And you do, the death scene is in the same time you find those files with 9S, right? So unless they do this like mass deleting stuff scene next episode, I think they're cutting it. Yeah, if I don't see it next week, then they probably have cut it away, right? Which is really, I think, really kind of lame, but I am worried now to cut it away because, like I said, I do feel this delete scene should have been this episode. So they might have removed it. But I think, like I said, next episode, if it's not in that episode, then it's probably gone, right? Then it's probably been censored. They also have censored these religious robots that also, there goes Kamikaze, yeah. There are some robots, right? They have a specific religious faith thing, and they also do this, you know. That also been removed. But I feel that's probably very controversial, okay? So just before this scene with Pascal, right, in the factory, you're fighting these like purple robots. They have purple hats on them. And these are basically another village of robots. They're also pacifist. But then instead of being pacifist, they kind of, you know, they start, I guess, like Pascal. And then they found religion, right? So they created their own religion. And then they started committing, you know, those kind of stuff with religion, yeah. And we haven't seen them at all in the anime. And I guess it's because like they are very controversial, especially at, you know, current political climate. So those guys are probably not going to be in the anime, but they also probably should have been in this episode or last episode. If anything, that's a little bit of a mistake in the game here, in the game to anime, is that, yes, we see Pascal, right, having this pacifist village. So Pascal is built a pacifist village, which is not burning, right, being attacked by the corrupted Red Logic hacked robots. But the game actually does it better, because the game also has the religious faction, right, the purple robots, and then it also has the festival robots, are kind of like Pascal-ish. So basically what the game does different is that the game has more than one faction of robots. Here it's like either they are corrupted by, you know, hacking kind of thing, right, like a virus, or they are just like pacifist nice robots. But in the game it's like the purple robots are also evil. They're yellow, non-hacked, but religious fanatic evil. So they have like another new form of evilness, right? They turn into religion, which makes them evil. Apparently they have some crazy new faith they have created, right? So that's completely gone in this anime, and that's a big mistake I feel, because that also was like a critique of religion, right? That as soon as they found a religion, they turned evil again. Yeah, I was like, okay, what? But I guess it's just too controversial. The anime has completely ignored This episode here should have been the episode to have the religious leader, like the Pope or so. They have like a Pope, yeah. They have like a religious guy with a hat on, and all of that's completely gone in the anime. So I am I've been very surprised if they're gonna have those fanatical Zealot robots in this anime. They seem they don't want to go in that path, right? Which is a little bit lame because that's a big part of the not a big part of the game, but I think it's like a good part of the game, because it shows you that it's not only that you have, like evil virus robots which is brained evil, like zombies, supposed to be, they're also intelligence, or nice pacifists. And because here in the anime it's kind of like either one of two. It's either full evil or full nice, right? Yeah. But in the game it's more like, in the game it's like full evil guys, which are corrupted zombie robots, whatever. And then you have a different kind of, non-corrupted guys, and they have different opinions on how to run a country, right? And some of them are turning into, that thing, and they made them evil anyway. So I think that's much more realistic that with these robots, finding self-awareness, some of them wouldn't become nice just because they're self-aware. Some of them are self-aware and they're evil anyway, just because they like accepted to have this kind of self-soul or something. Doesn't mean that they necessarily are going to be good people, right? And the game does that better in the anime, absolutely. Because again, some of these other robot factions are also evil in other ways, right? So that is something that the anime has completely ignored. But it's probably because it's too, again, controversial. What you guys, I think it's controversial. Probably. Because again, this would probably be the episode. The reason I bring it up now, right, is because this would probably be the last time you could have. Like I said, it's like only like 4 or 5 episodes left, right? This would have been the episode to probably have those Pope guys, the Pope and so on, in the anime. Unless, like I said, unless they have this episode. I think the next episode, both with the Pascal thing and the religion Pope dudes, both of that should have happened at last next episode. If it doesn't happen at latest this episode, it's going to be very weird pace. So again, they probably are going to ignore that, right? Because political reasons probably. But anyway, guys, that's today's controversial episode. But I really feel they have completely ignored this controversial topic in the anime. Yeah, they have completely ignored that. I still like the whole new 9S stuff though. But I feel that the new 9S stuff is inspired by also by high technology gets advanced. The game is a few years old now, and AI stuff has already been advancing faster, right? So that's probably inspired by the new stuff happening right now here. Pretty interesting. But anyway, guys, if you subscribe, slap it and have a really great day.